What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna try to stabilize this real quick. It's shaking like crazy. That's how this thing works. I don't have a tripod anymore. I broke mine, so I've had to use this clamp for the last few months. But yeah, so if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. I know a lot of you guys have been joining through my live streams and stuff and been subscribing to the channel, so I appreciate all of you for that. I wouldn't say get used to the nightly live streams. I'm not going to be doing those for too much longer, maybe less than a month. I'll be starting college, and I'll kind of need to have my space then to do schoolwork and stuff. So the nightly live streams will kind of be limited to, weekends, and the 2 days of school I'm off, I might live stream on, which are Wednesdays and Fridays once I start school again in August. So a lot of cool stuff coming soon, by the way. If you guys didn't watch my live stream, just a quick recap on that. Using my scholarship funds from school, because I did get a couple of academic scholarships. I finished with an A and B average, a very high A and B average. I had a 1C my final year of high school, which is phenomenal in comparison to the previous 3 years where most of my classes were made up of C's. So it was a phenomenal year for me, and that C should have been a B. Thank you, math teacher, for giving me a 79 in the class when all I needed was 1 point to get a B. Gosh. Anyway, that did put a damper on my celebrations, really, because I really wanted to finish with an A and B, like only A's and B's, and I would have been an honor graduate if I had that happen. So thanks, math teacher. Anyway, let's get off the topic of roasting math teachers and for a second, and just go into depth on what's coming. So, like I was saying, with my scholarship funds, I did qualify for 2 academic scholarships, one because of my GPA, and the other is kind of just a big state grant you can get for just getting out of high school, basically. I'll be getting a pretty good size amount of money. Originally, the plan was to use a little bit of it, get an okay computer, something that'll be better than what I have, and possibly buy another car or build up what I've got, swap a motor into my truck, because quite frankly, as I said in the 31st episode of Project Explorer, it's not doing the greatest, the 4.0. I don't know what condition that motor's in. I don't know how long it's been since it's been fixed up properly, and by that I mean, like, checking the spark plugs, ignition coils, all that stuff, because I don't know what shape that motor's in right now. So that's kind of a problem, and that's why I debated getting a 5.0 Explorer and swapping the motor over. I wasn't gonna tell you guys about it, but due to the fact that my parents are completely rejecting every single idea I have for it, saying it's gonna be too much work, despite the research I've done. And you can't really do anything about that. I live under my parents' roof. I have to respect the rules. So that's not gonna happen anytime soon. As sad as it is for me, because it's something I've been wanting to do for years since I got the truck. That'll have to wait. I think the only way at this point it would get done quick is if that motor were to blow up, and knock on wood, because I really don't want it to. Because if it blows up, I have no way to get to school for several months until my parents can afford to drop a motor in it. Because I highly doubt they'll want to get rid of it if that motor blows up. Because it's my vehicle for sure, but it's like the family hauler. If they need to haul wood out somewhere, or buying furniture and need it to be hauled, they typically will take my truck. So yeah, that's one thing I was planning on doing. That's not going to happen. The second car thing, kind of similar story. Parents didn't like the idea of me buying a project car that essentially was going to be running off of YouTube money, and as we all know, advertiser stuff, ever since the advertiser boycott, which I don't want to get into my main opinions on that. I don't know if I even want to make a video on that. So, I mean, if you guys want to see one from that, just comment or something. I don't know. Because I'm really not fond of how it all went down, and I think that there was a lot of misunderstandings with that, but that's not for this video. So yeah, that didn't go down. The original plan was to buy a Mustang. I was going to buy either 3.8 liter and then convert it to 2J project, or I was going to do a 4.6 stroker engine build kind of thing for a GT drift car. It was other way. It was going to be a drift car. I wasn't going to do track build or anything like that. I kind of saved those for all-wheel drive cars. I was wanting a drift car since the beginning of this past school year when the idea first came to my head. And originally my plan was to get started on a project car. So obviously that hasn't happened either. So the plan right now is to get what I need for wood books. It's going to cost me about $200 to get my school books. I don't need very many school books, but I need just enough to get me through my classes, all the classes that require them and stuff like that. Most of them will be rented. I have one I'm having a full-on purchase because I'll need it for 2 semesters. The other books will be like I'll return them after 1 semester and be done with them. So that's about $200 worth of books I'm gonna have to go with. And the other plan is with the rest of my money is to start investing in better equipment. So the first things first is the laptop. Now, as you guys know, I have an HP 15 that is just dead. It's got a burnt out hard drive that's slowly getting worse every day. It takes much longer to render out videos than it used to. It takes forever to load anything up. If you were to ever see me on live streams opening games up instead of because usually a lot of time on a live stream the game's already open. But in the event of last night's live stream where I had to close LFS to put a mod on and I had to open it, it took forever to do it. And the new computer I'm looking at is an Asus Replica Gamers. It's a 17.3-inch laptop. I'm going to stick with a laptop, and the reason for that is because I still need something I can take to school. And obviously I'm not going to take the HP to school because with the broken hard drive, and like I said, it freezes constantly. If it's not doing anything, I've had instances where blue screen of death's on me, and I've had instances where it freezes. And both of those would be kind of tedious and hard to deal with in class, especially if there's like a good times frame where the teacher's not talking or something like that, and then he goes back to talking in a lecture again, and my computer freezes on me. I'm missing out on notes. So obviously I'm not going to take that to school with me. And if I built a desktop, I can't tear down a desktop and bring it to school every day. That'd be too much work. And it would take me 3 years to set up in class. I'd have to show up to class an hour early probably just to set my computer up. And I'm not about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a Replica Gamers laptop. It's a 17.3-inch Core i7 7700 HQ with a 256 gigabytes of M.2 SSD, so it'll load up really fast. And I'll talk about plans for that later on as I get into the games I'm buying this year part of the video. And it's got a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's got an NVIDIA GTX GeForce 1050 Ti. So it's a really good graphics card, according to Michael. This was kind of like, I went on their bookstore last night because the plan is when student aid becomes available, or federal aid or whatever, including my scholarship funds, becomes available to the bookstore, I'm literally either gonna have my mom take me to Rome, or I'll drive out to Rome or whatever, Rome, Georgia, which is where my college is based, and pick it up personally, and that'll be a video I'll film. I'll film a vlog like this is what I'm doing today. We're going out to Floyd County in Georgia to go pick up this thing, and going up there and be like, hey, check out what I just got. And it's just showing off the computer in depth. Or I may just do like I did with the G920, announce that I ordered it, and then when it gets here, do a full unboxing video like I did with the G920. Over here it's off camera, you guys can't see it, but that's kind of a thing. If you guys want to see either of those, let me know, because if this video gets like if that, depending on which video I do, will depend on your guys' feedback. If y'all want me to take the personal trip and collect the laptop and talk in depth about it at the store, sure, I'll do that. But if you guys would rather me just order it and get it here and then just be like, hey, this is what I bought, this is a Asus Replica Gamers laptop, sure. Just like I did the G920. If you want to see that, I'll put it up here in the corner. You guys can check out that video. Hopefully I remember to do it, because I usually don't. I've been trying to make that a habit of going back and checking videos that I've uploaded to where I've said that, and if I do, I usually try to put it in there. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into the main topic of today's video. I know it's been pretty long-winded in me talking about this stuff, but the main topic of this video, games I'm buying this year, and there's quite a few on the list. Number 1 is Forza Motorsport 7. A lot of you guys haven't seen that game, and have saw how beautiful it looks. It's definitely a step ahead of Forza 6, which I thought was the best looking game on the earth at the time it came out. I was like, this is an absolutely beautiful game. Horizon 3, the same story, runs on the same engine as Forza 6. Forza 7, though, takes it a whole step ahead in graphics, and I am just totally looking forward to picking that game up. 100 gigs is a lot, but the plan is to install it on that Replica Gamers laptop. And the reason I'm doing that versus getting it on my Xbox is due to the fact that 100 gigs of space is 1/5 of the hard drive of my Xbox, which is already full, keep that in mind. Because I'm not the only person who uses that Xbox. My brother uses it as well. Of course, I don't know for how much longer that'll be, because I plan on moving the Xbox down here eventually when I get a new TV. I doubt he'll come down here, because he's the type where he likes having his own space to play. So he may move back over to PS4 when that move happens and the Xbox gets pulled down here. And that's for my own reasons with that. Basically, I'm keeping the Xbox down here so I can play games like Horizon 3 and Motorsport 6 on that. And plus, I do eventually plan on getting an external hard drive for it so I can play games like Forza 7 on it, and be able to enjoy both. Of course, I'm planning on putting it on the laptop. I'll probably be put on the SSD part of the laptop so it'll load up like really fast. I can snap my fingers and bam, I'm at the title screen already. So the plan is I'll have only 2 games put on the SSD. That'll be Horizon 3 because I plan on buying that sadly a second time, and Motorsport 7 on the SSD, and then every other game will be on the hard drive because I want those 2 games to be kind of my flagships on that computer. Of course, I'll have LFS brought back. I'll probably upgrade it to the top tier version of the game. Of course, this number 2 game I plan on buying this year is Gran Turismo Sport. For those of you who don't know, I have the entire collection of the series, 1 through 6. About to say 7. There hasn't been a Gran Turismo 7. I even have 5 Prologue, which I've played on the channel in the past. GT Sport is definitely my second placer, and I plan on getting a Steelbook disc version of the game for that because I've always wanted the Steelbook game. I thought they were really cool. I mean, it's a bit more pricey, and I'm probably going to pre-order it through Amazon, so it'll come in the day it comes out. It'll be shipped to my house and stuff, and in the Steelbook, because I've always wanted a Steelbook. I mean, they're really neat stuff. If you've ever had a Steelbook, anything, DVD, game, or something like that, it's like this really cool, just antique collector's item. And I was originally going to try to do that with Forza Horizon 3, but I never got the money together to get that because it was really expensive, $100, and it came in the Steelbook case, and I was just like, I'm not about to pay that much for it. So GT Sport definitely is my number 2. Number 3, of course, is whatever comes next for Pokemon. I know Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were just announced, and of course, all you guys that are watching this like, oh, he's going to play Pokemon again? Don't worry, it won't be on this channel. It'll be on the other channel that I started. It's linked in the description. I've only uploaded 1 video to that channel, and I'll probably start doing more videos on that channel again soon. I've been meaning to, with Pokemon breakdowns and stuff happening left and right with news and stuff being announced. I meant to do one with the Korokoro magazine leaked out the other day, but I forgot to do it. So that's why that channel's been pretty inactive over the last couple of weeks, maybe a month. I don't know, something like that. Is because, yeah, I've been procrastinating to film videos for it. Eventually I'll start bringing gameplay videos back to that channel as well. Yeah, so of course the Pokemon games are on that list as well. They're my number 3. Dirt 4, easily number 4, because watching gameplays of Dirt 4, I haven't watched too much, and I've done that on purpose to kind of shield myself from having the entire game spoiled for me, like other games in the past I've had spoiled for me by watching gameplay videos, and I don't want to do that because I really just don't like it. I mean, I hate it when I do that to myself. I spoil games. It's I've done better about it now. The only games I've recently remembered doing that with was Pokemon Platinum. When that came out, I watched the entire gameplay in Japanese, and it ruined the entire game for me. And I was like, crap, I should not have done that. So I've watched very little gameplay in Dirt 4, and I love the idea of it. It's like a mix between Gran Turismo 5 in the sense of game structure. You get the used car dealerships back and stuff. And I've always thought that was cool, the classified setup, and you get to buy all sorts of different rally cars, and you get to have your own race team and stuff like that. It's really cool, and I really love that idea. So I'll definitely look into getting that game as well. Crap, I'm running out of games. Really, those are the only ones I had big plans I was for sure planning on getting this year. Forza 7 and GT Sport are my priority, so if I can't get Dirt 4, I'm sorry about that, but GT Sport and FM7 are kind of up top. They're the top dogs. Of course, Pokemon, I'm probably going to go Ultra Moon for this one because I've got Sun version that's hiding over here where you can't see it in the cupboard. I did move all my games off that shelf because that shelf is being planned where the Xbox is going to sit, so I think I test fitted it down here not too long ago and it fit fine. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about everything I've said in this video. If you guys want to see that video on my thoughts on the advertiser boycott, whatever, comment it. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know any other ideas you guys have for games I should look into getting. I'm typically a racer game only guy. I don't really play a lot of RPGs or horror games, especially horror games. I can't stand those. I don't handle scary very well at all. And Michael doesn't either. My really good friend that runs a horror game channel. Kendall Stone, of course, which is kind of turned to automotive. He did a horror theme, and his whole thing was because he doesn't handle scary, so he tortures himself basically. And I'm not about that life. I'm not about to torture myself, even if it is for views. I'm not going to do it. So yeah, if you guys want to have any ideas on any other things I should look into, any other racing games or anything like that, comment them down below. The plan is tomorrow you should be seeing hopefully Project Explore episode 32. It'll be uploaded early. I usually save episodes like that for Thursdays. Unless I decide I really want to edit it and put some magic on it, I'll probably upload it Thursday. Because usually when I upload videos the next day, they don't have the greatest of like editing magic. Like the Lexus review, for example. The Lexus review I did really good of. If I usually like get on it and wait, like not wait, but like work hard on it and just take my time with it, it comes out really well. Like the Lexus review. The Lexus review I filmed and edited Saturday and uploaded it Sunday morning. So that kind of gives you guys the idea in that. So yeah, anyway, shoot me some comments on games you want me to play. Shoot me some ideas for stuff you want to see on the channel coming soon. I do plan on doing a video with my girlfriend tomorrow. Not a video per se, but a live stream, a live Q&A with her tomorrow here in my room, probably on my crap top, the HP, and probably filming a live Q&A. You can ask us some questions. So if you guys want to do that tomorrow, go for it, because we'll be here. She'll be here tomorrow afternoon. I gotta go run and pick her up and stuff. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming soon, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys tomorrow.